Grand Rising to all my investors self out there, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to another show of the Entrepreneurial Conversation. This is officially episode number 9 for Monday, what have you. Today's topic that we're going to be talking about today is doing the wrong things, leading you in the wrong direction, and what have you. So this episode is another episode you can add to your toolbox of your entrepreneurial journey and what have you. So you know what it is the toolbox topic for today. But before we get started on that, you know what time it is. If you are watching this playback of the show on our YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button right now. Make sure you hit the notification bell and hit that like button so the algorithm know this is a real pie show going on right now. And also, if you are listening to this playback of show on our Spotify channel, make sure you hit the follow button so you can be notified when a new episode drops on Spotify and what have you. And if you haven't already made your way over to investflagship.com, make sure you make your way over there and sign up on our emailing list so you can be notified when new product drop. You also will catch this hat over here. You see the Investor of Self hat. This is a hat for you. This is your investment in yourself and what have you. So go ahead and get on our waiting list because you do not want to miss the opportunity, because once it's filled up, is over with, what have you. But you have to wait till we drop it again and get on that waiting list. So you don't want to have to go through that right now when you can go to Invest Flagship right now, guys. Thank you for that. And today, we usually do the segment, the Spotlight News. Today, it's not going to be a Spotlight News. I didn't have time to get the news up for y'all to find an article and what have you. Been busy this week. And, I'm doing the show particularly later than I usually do it. So it's not going to be a show. It's not going to be a segment for the Spotlight News, but we will have the Spotlight News next episode and what have you. But other than that, guys, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with that segment we call Quote Me on That, where I read you a quote and I explain to you what the quote mean, guys. Yep. Welcome back to the Entrepreneurial Conversation, guys. Like I said, today we're going to be talking about is doing the wrong things, leading you to the wrong direction and what have you. But before we jump into our toolbox topic for today, you know what time it is. It's that segment we call Quote Me on That, where I read you a quote and I explain to you what the quote means. So today, quote for all my entrepreneurs out there, my people chasing your dreams, your goals, investing in yourself and what have you. Today, quote for you guys is: never let doubt become your decision maker. So let me read that one more time, just in case you didn't understand it or you didn't hear what the quote was. Today quote is: never let doubt become your decision maker. And that's very important to understand that, because at the end of the day, having doubt is like an internal thing. You doubt yourself, you doubt your strengths, you doubt your greatness, you doubt everything about yourself, and you not knowing that once you continue to let doubt set in, you letting it make a decision whether you're going to do something or not, right? You got to learn how to exhale the doubt so it can get out your body, release it and what have you, because this is the time where you need to be honed in and focus on executing as an entrepreneur, especially when you're starting off new, right? You don't want doubt to be the decision maker for you. You want to be able to make the decision off knowing that you have the strengths, you have the ability, you have the greatness that's within you to accomplish anything you want to do. So don't let doubt be the final decision maker or a decision maker at all in the process of you being an entrepreneur and what have you. Because a lot of times when doubt sets in, you're going to doubt everything else about yourself. And you especially coming in to the field of entrepreneurship, you want to build as much courage, confidence as possible, right? You don't want anything to interfere with that process when you building your confidence up as a new entrepreneur. You know, more confidence you build, the more high success you more likely you will have success as an entrepreneur, because you want to be confident in yourself, confident that you will be able to deliver, confident and you be able to execute whatever you set forth as being an entrepreneur, what have you. So never let doubt be the decision maker, especially on your journey, on your entrepreneur journey and what have you. So that is the quote, that is the segment for today. So y'all know what time it is, man. It's officially topic time, where we dive into our topic for today. So y'all know what it is, man. Our toolbox topic for today is doing the wrong things, leading you to the wrong direction and what have you, guys. And it's very important to understand that, man, because a lot of us as new entrepreneurs, we make the same common mistakes, just doing things out of the spurt of thinking that, okay, everybody want what we have to offer, or we doing things that we're not prepared for as an entrepreneur, not knowing you gonna run across problems, you can run across pitfalls, you're gonna run across things like called adversity and what have you, that's gonna make you even work harder and what have you. So we make the common mistakes to where we don't prepare our business the way that it needs to be prepared, so we can be able to succeed. You know, if that's from doing proper and adequate market research, we don't have any business plan put in place to keep us focused, to keep us on track of what we need to do. Because a business plan basically outline your goals and everything that needs to be done, you know, far as you want to create a business and what have you, right? And sometimes we we do poor market strategies. We set unrealistic goals and what have you. It's a lot of things that we do that causes us to head in the wrong direction. And the last thing you want to do is waste a lot of time going in the wrong direction, because you cannot get time back. It don't matter if you finally realize, oh, okay, I'm going in the wrong direction. You will never get that time back that you wasted going in the wrong direction and what have you. So I have a couple things on the list to where the common mistakes as new entrepreneurs that we make and what have you, right? So the first thing on my list is failing to do what? Adequate market research, right? Because at the end of the day, we might have a great idea, we might have a great design, and I said this in numerous other shows that I did, right? You may be a very great creative person, right? And you can create things mentally, just off the spot, right? But at the end of the day, you might have a great product, you might have a great idea, right? But it doesn't mean it's going to translate over to people liking your idea and what have you, right? So that's where market research come in. You want to do your market research to see what's needed in the market, what's missing in the market, because you don't want to waste a lot. That goes back to the title. Now you're wasting a lot of time going in doing the wrong thing, heading in the wrong direction. When if you do the adequate market research and see what is in demand, what is needed, what products is needed, what service is needed, that's going to save you a whole lot of time, and you're going to get right down to what is needed, and you're going to create that through your creativity and what have you. So it's very important to understand that, guys. And you can do market research through surveys. You can do it through groups, getting within groups and asking what is missing, what is needed, and what have you, right? You want to see what's the real demand out there, especially you get into a particular field of entrepreneurship. You want to make sure that you're not doing the same thing that 10 other people within that field is doing, right? Yes, it's along the line of the same thing, but you want to offer something that's totally different service products. You want to somewhat add a twist to what is already out there and what have you. So it's very important to understand that you want to do adequate market research. You want to do something that's thorough. You don't want to do something that's just the spur of the moment market research and it's not thorough. You're not really getting anything from it and what have you, and you wasting a lot of time, and it's going to have you going in the wrong direction and what have you. So number two, the things that we do, the common mistakes is trying to do everything ourselves, right? And I'm guilty at that. Right now, I'm guilty. See, the thing about me, I'm not going to lie to you. This show is to help, each other out. Some things that I know or come across, I can help you with. If it's something that I'm missing, something that you probably can help me out with, you can always send me an email. You can always reach out through the comment section and what have you, and let me know something that you know that I can benefit from and what have you, right? Vice versa. And that's something that we all got to understand. Trying to do everything yourself, it will lead you to becoming burnt out. It reduces your efficiency of creating something. It reduces your efficiency of being creative, especially you try to create ideas, content, and what have you. Things is not going to flow. Things is going to be out of line and what have you, because once you become mentally fatigued, it's hard to focus, right? When you become burnt out on something, you're going to go days without doing it because you don't want to do it no more because you've been doing everything yourself. And like I said, I'm guilty at that. And I had moments that I felt like I was burnt out. I needed to take a break and what have you. And it's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with taking breaks in between, but not to the point where you taking a break because you burnt out. It's different when you're taking a break because you need to get rejuvenated again. You're not burnt out. You just need to get, everybody gets tired. You just need to get rejuvenated, come up with new ideas and what have you, right? But you don't want to get it to the point where you burnt out because that's going to be something that's going to be very hard, because now you got to become back in love with what you was doing, right? Order for you to get rejuvenated again and what have you, right? So that's something that you don't want to do. Do everything yourself. Then, like I said, it leads to reducing your efficiency of creating great content, because that's something that you're going to have to do so people can be drawn into what you have to offer and what have you, right? So you want to make sure that you are delegating things that's going to be time consuming. You're going to delegate things that that someone can do without you wasting time doing it and what have you. So you want to, I know when you're starting out, a lot of us, especially as new entrepreneurs, you don't have the capital to get a team like some of these other entrepreneurs that's been doing this, that is making money every month, that can afford a team. But if you can find somebody that's willing to come in and help you for free, or just help you for a small little token offer and what have you, you definitely want to take advantage, especially if they offer quality help and what have you. You do not want to do everything yourself. That's going to be something that's going to definitely lead you to becoming burnt out, and you're not going to be efficient to doing things that's going to produce results and what have you. All right. Number 3 on the list is ignoring customer feedback. And this is very major. You never want to ignore your customers, because your customers is everything, especially your recurring customer that support you on a monthly basis. I always come in and buying something from you or requesting your services and what have you. You never want to ignore it, because your recurring customer can also gain new customers for you and what have you, right? So you want to make sure that you are taking notice of your feedback that your customer is giving you, right? Because at the end of the day, your customers are supporting you, and they supporting you off the strength that they like what you have to offer, but it's maybe missing something that they are like, hey, if you can add this to it, not just only me, 4 or 5 other people behind me definitely going to be wanting your services, definitely going to want what you have to offer, right? So you got to understand, your customers just want to feel like they have a voice. want to feel like they've been or being heard. They have you're taking heed to their advice and what have you, because that's the part of you building a community, right? When you build in a community and people are joining your community, they are joining off the strength of they feel like they are supporting somebody that they can talk to, that they can reach out to, and they will respond and what have you, right? And the thing about that is ways you can stay engaged with your customer, feedback and what have you. You can do it through surveys, reviews, especially on your site. Somebody come request your services, then or your product, buy something from you. They can always leave a review on your site, and you can read it and see like, okay, this is how they feeling. This is something I see. It's like the same thing that they are putting. They like it, but it's just this same thing that they say is missing and what have you. So you can always fine tune your services, your product, and what have you through surveys that you get from your customers, reviews, and what have you, social media acknowledgments and what have you. You know, people on social media giving you support and what have you. So it's different things that you can do to help you not disregard your customer feedback, right? I know sometimes, especially if you're a new entrepreneur and you are a majority of the person that's doing everything and what have you, sometimes you might miss out on your customers reaching out to you, right? So you want to make sure you're not making that mistake that you making your customers feel like you disregarding their feedback and what have you. So it's very important to make sure you do surveys, you do reviews, right? You ask them to go on your social media page and see how they feel and let you know how they feel about your services, your product, and what have you. You know, you can also add improve your offerings to your customers and what have you. So it's different ways that you can do it that will help you out, right? Number 4 on my list is setting unrealistic goals. And a lot of times, you know, you want to set big goals to make it keep you motivated, right? To keep you going. You know, a lot of us we set big goals, but sometimes our goals is very unrealistic. And don't get me wrong, yes, you have the power to do anything you put your mind to, but don't put something that's unrealistic. Just like saying within 3 months I'm gonna be a billionaire. Okay, what's the odds of you becoming a billionaire within 3 months, right? Um, you don't want to put something that's going to lead you to being unmotivated, you being disappointed, because that's not helping you. That's doing nothing but harming you, especially as a new entrepreneur. You don't want to do anything that's going to harm you. You want to do everything that's going to pour into you and have a positive effect on you as a new entrepreneur, right? You want to make sure you are establishing reasonable goals that's going to help you achieve your targets that you want to hit as an entrepreneur and what have you, right? Goals that you're going to be able to accomplish, right? It's nothing wrong. Let me put it like this, right? There's nothing wrong with setting big goals, but break your big goals down. Like I said many times, break your big goals down in pieces where it's more obtainable for you to be able to reach, right? Because at the end of the day, when you break it down in small pieces, and once you accomplish one piece of it, it's going to lead you to becoming more motivated to what accomplish another piece of it, right? Is so you're just going to keep, it's like a snowball effect. It's going to keep you going rather than you trying to accomplish the whole thing in one time. And guess what that's going to lead to? Frustration. You're going to be frustrated, right? You're going to be unmotivated, right? You're not going to be motivated to do anything else because you like, now I can't achieve this goal. But what you're not knowing is you heading in the wrong direction. If you was heading in the right direction, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break this big goal that I set. I'm gonna break it down in pieces. But understand, make sure it's a reasonable, a realistic goal that you set, not an unrealistic goal. And a lot of us, we set unrealistic goals, right? And we are the ones that cause the frustration, the depression. We want, as an entrepreneur, we are the ones that it's like almost like self-inflicted depression, not being motivated, frustration. We do that to ourselves. So you want to make sure your goals go along the lines of you accomplishing and growing your business and you becoming successful so you can be able to execute on what you set forward to do. So that's very important to understand that, guys. You definitely want to set realistic goals. All right. Number 5 is underestimating the importance of networking. And a lot of us, as entrepreneurs, we don't understand that word of mouth is still important, right? Even though you have social media and you can connect with a lot of people faster than word of mouth on social media, but you got to understand word of mouth travels too. You still got to get out here and network because you never know. You may end up by you networking, you might end up becoming um, friends with, associates with somebody that can connect you with a lot of other people. So networking, the power in networking is you gaining new opportunities and what have you. So that's what it's understanding. When you ignore networking, you ignoring the fact that you can be able to create opportunities. So that's what's very important. You want to be able to create opportunities for yourself. And the ways you can network, you want to do that, you can do that through events that's happening for entrepreneurs that you can network and what have you, and you can meet other entrepreneurs that might be in the same field as you, went through the grind of being an entrepreneur, so they can give you advice and let you know what you can do to avoid any pitfalls. You can join entrepreneurial groups with other entrepreneur minded people, individuals just like you, so y'all can help each other out, bounce ideas from each other. So that's very important. You can also seek out mentorships, and that's very important to seek out a mentorship, somebody who already is successful as an entrepreneur that can help you build your framework, get you going in the right direction. That's very important. Can give you valuable connection, can give you insight that is very important. That can let you know what is wrong, what you doing wrong, what you can do right, what you can add, what you can take away, and what have you. So that's very, very important to network and build your connections, guys. That's very important. So, what I say that was number 4. I said that was number 4, right? Number 4. Number 5 on my list is having a weak online presence. And I don't mean that to be demeaning, disparaging, what have you. Just weak online presence is basically just something that you just threw out there. And you're not really letting people, making people understand, or not, I won't say making people understand, but you're not really telling people what you do as an entrepreneur. You're not explaining. You don't have any story of what you of your business, of your services. You don't have anything going that's going to get people eyes on what you have to offer and what have you, especially the group of people you're trying to target, right? You want to make sure you're not neglecting the importance of online presence and what those are some of the common mistakes that new entrepreneurs make. And if it's more that I missed or I don't have on my list, is you can always put it in the comment section and to let others know to what to look out for a new entrepreneur. So like I said before, this is a community that we help each other out and what have you, bounce ideas out. Something that I missed, you can always add it to the comment section so other entrepreneurs can see and I can see and what have you. So that is the segment, that is the topic for today and what have you. Thank y'all for tapping in to another entrepreneur conversation that we having today. Like I said, this was officially episode number 9. So thank y'all once again. So make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and hit that like button so the algorithm know this is a real pod show. And make sure you hit that follow button over at Spotify, where you can follow us at too. So thank y'all for that, and make your way over to Invest Flagship right now and get on our email list so you can be notified Get on the waiting list so you can get this hat. You see the Invest hat in the back. That's on the site too. Join the waiting list, guys. I don't want y'all to miss out. But other than that, man, make sure y'all tap back in next Monday to the Entrepreneurial Conversation. Yep.